All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. All right, I'm gonna just jump right into it. I gotta find a new intro, so I'm good with a music man and a graphics man, maybe AM1, and we get something rolling on that part. But anyway, very interesting. Something very interesting. Um, an article that I came across. Had to share it with you all. I was going to do a pre-record, but I was like, I don't want to just read the article straight through. I want to interrupt. I want to interrupt and give my thoughts and opinions on what is being said with this, because it really combines. It's a culmination of the whole angry black woman stereotype, if you want to call it that. I don't know if it's really a stereotype, if there's a significant amount of truth in it, but it really highlights the journey to become an angry black woman. Now, what do I mean by the journey to become an angry black woman? All right, so I want y'all to picture like a Jim Crow Southian woman who, it's 1940, and she wants to be angry. She wants to snap her fingers, roll her neck, and all that crap that she does now. Oh, and be big as I don't know what. She wants to do that stuff now. She wants to do that stuff then, but there were extraordinary social consequences up to and including death. So it was muted. But inside was just a bottled up urge to be an angry person, express your anger onto others, put your anger onto others, and have those others tolerate it. I'm not saying that that was the thinking of the time. I'm just saying that there existed during that time those who thought that way. They wanted to, yeah, they just want to put their anger onto other people. Hit the like button and have other people deal with their anger. That was their goal. That's what they wanted to do with their lives and themselves. Now, that didn't happen until after the civil rights era, until after Martin Luther King and everything. It was like, we shall overcome and stuff like that. So after that, a number of things happened for that. The main thing was, um, they had the freedom of speech. They had the right to speak without any legal repercussions. And since these whole militia groups were disempowered that way, they didn't have to worry about them. Also, they gained the ability to classify things as either sexism or racism, depending on the time of the week or depending on the person who's doing it. So after that, they just had carte blanche. They can say and do pretty much anything. And the last, I'd say 30 years is them expressing that ability. And now society is giving pushback on that. They're saying, listen, if you want to be an angry black woman, you have to accept what comes with angry black womanism, and that is a negative stereotype. If you do something to assess, you're going to develop a stereotype, good or bad, for that thing. Your reputation will precede you. Your ethnic reputation will precede you. It's unfortunate for those who do not meet that reputation. It means that they're going to have to sweater vest it, or they're going to have to do twice as much to give others the impression that they do not fit that particular bill. So now we have this new push. We have this new push on how do I, without actually, here, one moment, let me, how do I, without actually being a better person and not being an angry black woman, how do I get to be an angry black woman without having people treat me as if I am an angry black woman? I don't know why that is a goal. I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know why there's such a push to get others to put up with your crap. I just know that it exists, and this is the latest push. Came across this article. Of course, it's by a black woman. I was going to say an educated black woman, but I'm just going to say a black woman because education has little credence nowadays. So Hold on, let me do this. I'm trying to do two things at once. Let me there we go. And she was telling angry black women that they need to breathe. And it's an acronym for something very interesting, but it's really just a ploy to sell them crap. It's like, this is the new crap that I wish to sell black women. Hold on one moment. And this is in Essence Magazine. All right. Okay, got it right here. So it says, why the angry black woman needs to breathe. All right. In one of my recent breathwork workshops, breathwork, okay, stop right there for a second. She has a workshop. This is what she does with her life. She has a workshop where she teaches adults how to breathe. Like before her, they were suffocating or they weren't like maximizing their oxygen intake. This is the type of crap that you sell to people. And here's what I notice with black people and crap. Black people, both men and women, when we have crap, we like to make that crap into a black thing and sell it to our people. We like, okay, here's a fresh new load of crap. I'm going to call it black crap. This crap is the black thing, and I want it to be a black people thing. This crap I have to sell. For example, natural jewelry, rocks and seashells and what was the other thing? And wood beads and stuff like that. They're like, you know something? This is crap. This is stuff that kids find on the ground. I'm going to put a string in it. I'm going to sell it to my own people because, and then tell them then that they're not black unless they have this. I, now, and here's the problem I have with that is that people who actually are reputedly having successful small businesses, particularly the Asian groups, but also the Latin ones, they sell it to other people, more Asians than Latins, but they tend to sell it to other people. Like Panda Express is really for white people. I don't think that Chinese people is eating Chinese food like that, or the Chinese food that they have for Americans. It's not really a thing. It's marketed to all groups. But the crap we sell is pretty much our crap. Or maybe it's just we're the only ones that buy it. Anyway, her breathwork workshop. A black woman who has risen through the ranks at a prestigious investment firm shared with me that her work environment was so toxic that she was debating whether to stick it out or leave, even though she loved the work itself. Okay, stop for a second. She loved the work, but the work environment is toxic. Then go to a different work environment. Like we live in an age where people change jobs like they change cars. Go to a different work environment. Okay. As tears rolled down her cheeks, she told me about an incident where she asked her younger white male, okay, stop right there. Younger white male. Now, this is obvious because given the work setting that he's over 18. But he's referred to as a male, not a man. Now, she referred to herself, a black woman. She didn't say female. A black woman has risen through the ranks. And then later she says, a younger white male. Notice this? See, it's used to diminish it. It's used to include boys in a category with you. But no, this is clearly, oh crap. Okay. This is clearly an adult person that she is referring to as male. So we know that there's some feminist overtone. And really there's some race overtones with it, but we're not going to. This is kind of going to be racism from the victim's perspective. Let's see. She asked her younger. God dang. She asked her younger white male. She asked her younger white male direct reports to update the numbers for some important documents that would be released publicly. They felt like she was asking too much of them, even though this was a pretty standard request in her industry. And they proceeded to, okay, stop right there. How did this go from one to several? How did this go from one to several? Here, I'm going to read back. White male directed to report, to report to update the numbers for some important documents that would be released publicly. And then it goes, so it starts off singular, a singular white male, and then, or excuse me, white man, but they say male because feminism. They felt like she was asking too much of them. So it just went from one to a group out of nowhere. Okay. Even though this was a pretty standard request in her industry, and they proceeded to throw pins and balled up pieces of paper at her during the meeting. Yes, you read that correctly. They actually threw pins and pieces of paper at this woman who was their boss and refused to do the work. Okay. All right. I call bullshit. And there's no polite way to say it. This story is complete BS. We live in a Me Too, a Me Three, and a Me Too to the second power society right now. We live in cancel culture. We live in everything gets you fired. We live in this. All a person has to do is have an online voice or an online presence of any type, and then they can say such and such companies is throwing pins at black people and throwing balled up paper at black people. Here is the proof, and that company has to fire everybody or suffer the consequences of potential boycott and loss of revenue and blah 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 blah. And then not only does that group of people, that group of white males, not lose their job there, it becomes difficult for them to get employed anywhere because their name has been dragged through the mud. It is complete and total bull crap that this has ever happened. And that's why the story has so many holes in it. First of all, the story reads like something out of like a 1980s movie about the 50s. Like, this seems like a 1980s Black History Month movie about the first woman to work at Johnson & Johnson or whatever industry there is. And how, yeah, exactly. It's like too after school specialty. It's too perfect. Like, it's kind of like when people tell the story, like when April Madison Mason told that story with her cousin, and Jesse Smollett told that story, and Tisha Campbell told that story. This is just one of those stories. This is just one of those stories that's just too perfect. That sounds like it's the beginning of a crap and predictable movie. You know how I'm walking down the alley, and then my footsteps, I hear footsteps behind me at a slow pace. And then I speed up my footsteps. And as I speed up my footsteps, he speeds up his footsteps. And then I speed up my footsteps. And then he speeds up his footsteps. And then next thing you know, I'm running. And then he chases after me. And then my heel breaks and he comes at me. And it's one of those stories. It's too perfect. Really? Throwing pins and wadded up pieces of paper? Are you the Klan secretary? What kind of crap is this? This story is obvious crap. Obvious. And it doesn't have to be substantiated by anything. It doesn't. And one of my recent breathwork workshops, a black woman who has risen through the ranks at a prestigious investment firm. What's the name of the firm? You nothing. Basically, somebody told me something at my workshop. By the way, I have a workshop, breathwork. I'm going to advertise my workshop while selling. This is complete and total bullshit. So she's basically right here creating a false need. You need this workshop because they're going to throw pins and crap at you. All right. Oh, and listen to how she began the story. As tears rolled down her cheeks. What the? Give me a break. And then you're changing the plurality of it. Give me a break. Come on. All right. Even though she was very upset, this woman did not respond to the disrespectful behavior during the meeting. Instead, she went to HR the next day to address the matter and get support. However, the guilty parties were out of the office. In fact, the entire team, all white males, including management and directors and partners, those above and below her in seniority were gone on a golf outing. Not only was she not invited, they didn't even bother to tell her they would be out of the office that day. It was as if she didn't exist. Her concerns about her subordinates' behavior were never addressed. Okay. All right. More bullcrap. Really? How cliche can you get? White guys in golf, and they all just got together and golfed together during work hours, and they didn't invite the black woman because we live in that type of world now. We don't live in this whole hyper PC council culture now to where, wait a minute, you had an event and you didn't invite the one black person. It is too perfect. It's too cliche. They all went out to golf, and who goes to human resources and says, oh, the people that you're complaining about are gone today, therefore it's not an issue? We're never going to revisit this. The people actually have to be here in order for us to fire them. In order for human resources to act on something, the people have to be at work the day that you complain. What kind of crap is this? This is a crappy story. This is a crappy, made up, false flagging, ridiculous story. Hit the like button. So according to this woman, you can just go around, lick your finger, smack a secretary on the ass, and then if she goes to complain to human resources, just make sure you're out the office when she's complaining. Make sure she's gone when you're not there, when the backlash comes. All right, I would address your concerns, but sorry, Harvey Weinstein is gone for today. Would address your concerns, but it seems like the people are gone for today. The people that you're complaining about, they're gone. So it's really a non-issue at this point. Get out of here. They expect us to believe this crap. And this is in Essence magazine. This made up crap, this unsubstantiated crap is in Essence magazine. Now ask yourself, if you were this woman, would you feel angry? Anybody would feel angry, which is why modern workplaces don't have crap like this. This is too made up. By the way, when I read that last thing I was reading, quote, now ask yourself, if you were this woman, would you be angry? That's from the article. Okay, so permission to be angry and then express that anger is a complicated issue for most Black women in the workplace. Even in circumstances where her anger may be understandable, the threat of being labeled as the angry Black woman when she dares to show any emotion is always present. And for most Black women, avoiding this label isn't simply about wanting to be liked at her job, it's about survival. Okay. So basically, she's saying, I want to teach you how to be an angry Black woman without getting that label of angry Black woman. Because being angry to people is something that you have a right to do. Trying to make people put up with your shit is something that you should be able to do, and you should not have any pushback from it at all. Hit the like button. All right. In a recent Harvard Business Review article, The Angry Black Woman Stereotype at Work, researchers found that actually, hold on, let me click that because that sounds like there's a link to the article apparently. So let me click that because it sounds like crap. This sounds like crap. Hold on. Hold on. All right, so I clicked on the author of it, Defina Mortro, and as I suspected, she has the one article, and that's this one. Let me check the other authors. Give me a second. Okay, this one has a couple of other articles, but let me see. Jonathan B. Evans. All right, I'm going to come back to that. Probably not this video, but if I find that interesting, then I'm going to come back to that. Anyway, in a recent Harvard Business Review, The Angry Black Woman, researchers found that people in organizations believe Black women are more likely to have belligerent, contentious, and angry personalities, and assumptions not as readily assigned to them. Wait, excuse me. An assumption not readily assigned to other men and women. Yes, yes, that is the result of behaving in a belligerent, contentious, and angry manner. People are going to give you that stereotype based on that behavior. It's not that they're wrong, and it's not that there isn't credence to the stereotype. Does it mean that each and every single one is like that? No, but it does mean that people will presume that about you until you prove otherwise. So my advice is not be belligerent, not be contentious, and not be angry. By the way, none of this has any business in business. Like outside of the entertainment industry, there is no reason to be belligerent at work. None. Now, there's reasons to disagree, but once again, this is very specific. Belligerent is not having a disagreement. It's not. This negative perception was found to be a unique phenomenon for Black women. It's not a phenomenon when you behave that way. And researchers suggest that when Black women outwardly express their anger at work, her leadership and potential are called into question. Yeah, as it should be. A person that can't manage their own emotions probably isn't competent enough to manage others. That's it should be obvious. All right. As a result of this long-standing stereotype, Black women know subconsciously that they are less likely to be afforded the same grace that their white counterparts experience when they express emotions in the workplace. Okay, I mean, I think a group of people would earn that grace. While others may be praised for their passion, Black women are chastised and penalized for their perceived aggressiveness. It's not perceived aggressiveness if it's aggressive. It's just aggressiveness. They're perceived aggressive. This is just a perception. They're not actually, no, you're actually aggressive. You're actually aggressive. Well, let's see. Um, Actually, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all what I mean. Then I'm gonna come back to the article. Hold on, because as I told y'all, I don't hit the like button. As I told y'all, I don't listen to modern music. Hold on. But a female member of my family brought this to my attention, and by this, I'm not gonna play the I'm not gonna play the audio portion of the video, but I am going to play a visual portion of the video. Here we go. Perfect. Easy find. All right. All right. That's Issa Rae, and that is her yelling at a bunch of white guys. Fuck. Yes, that is what they fantasize about. Now, y'all want to know what this video is called? Nice for what? You know, it falls in the category of who gonna check me, boo, etc., etc., etc. It's like I want to be that person. I want to be that boss chick that has a silk baby tee on, yelling at a bunch of old white guys while they're in suit and ties. That's what I want to do with my life. That is how I define success. And if you walk around with that in your brain, people who don't want to be yelled at like that are going to respond. They're going to say that you are belligerent. They're going to say that you are aggressive. And they're going to say that you have an angry personality. Yeah, exactly. But who is it for? Who is it to? Somebody said that it's Drake's song. Yes, it is. But who is it for? Who is it to? Who appeals to that? Who is saying, why do I have to be nice? The fact that you walk around looking for a reason not to be nice, or you need a justification to be nice, you don't default into nice, earned you this reputation. So it's clear by this song that you want to act like this. You want to behave like this. You just don't want people to treat you like you behave like this. Now, according to this story, those guys, it happened exactly like this, but you know, the guy started throwing wads of papers and pens at her. All right, let's see. Where was I? While others may be praised for their passion, y'all hear this? She put passion in quotation marks. While others may be praised for their passion, Black women are chastised and penalized for their perceived aggressiveness. It's not perceived. You make songs about you telling people off. That is the highlight of your day. You get off on it. This might cause us to not speak up when we should. Oh, please. You go to work hoping. You go to work like, man, I hope I have an opportunity to speak up today. And guess what? It doesn't even have to be It doesn't even have to be an office setting. It doesn't have to be like some high executive position. You don't have to be like the chairman of the board or something like that in order to see this particular personality type. You need only go to the DMV. Everybody's been to the DMV, right? You need only go to the DMV to experience it. Every single time. And I'm talking about every single little piece of a smidgen of authority is used this way. Those of you who are older, you remember a place called Blockbuster Video. You ever was late? You ever was late and a BW was behind the counter? Now, it's their discretion. They could choose to or choose not to charge you a late fee. But they always choose the thing that empowers them and make your day a little bit crappier each and every single opportunity and time they get. All right, let's see. Passion should rather than make complaints. This might cause us not to speak up when we should, whether that's making a complaint with HR about mistreatment. Nobody complains to HR more than it. Okay, anyway. Negotiating deals on behalf of the company's interests. In fact, they make the most complaints and they're complained about the least. And that's because people are afraid to appear racist or sexist. But no, complain. Let me go back to that scene. Okay. If you find yourself in this meeting, if you are a older guy, right? And you find yourself in this meeting, then complain to HR. And I'm talking about like right now, at this point, step up, walk out, and complain to HR and say, HR, listen, this company has hiring practices that are both sexist and racist. This woman has been placed in a position above me, and I've been at this company since before she was born. This is blatant sexism and racism. We're a bunch of white guys here, all with experience that trumps hers just by looking at the age. Yet she seems to be placed above us. Not only that, she is grotesquely out of the company's dress code policy, not by a little bit. We are all made to wear suits and ties and not dye our gray hairs. Yet she can wear this and that on her head. So before anything, I would like to make a formal complaint to HR about that because I know she would. I know if she was in the seat and I was the guy, the old white guy yelling, and she was part of the people I was yelling at, she would make that complaint. So I'm going to make that complaint. Now, I want to slow motion this. Wait, did I miss it? Okay, hold on. All right, let me find it. Let me find the part where she was yelling at him. Okay, so it starts off where they seem to have a difficult time trying to figure something out, right? They have a difficult time trying to figure something out because they're just old, experienced white guys, but they don't know what she knows, and she's just sitting there smugly watching as they struggle because she just has all the degrees and all that stuff, right? That's exactly how real life works. That's exactly how real life works. Anyway, so this is happening. She's above them. She has that smug demeanor. Okay, hold on. And when she finally does decide to talk to them, it's like romper room. It's like she is the adult and they are the children. So she went from calm to telling them all to sit. Yeah, exactly. That is when you make your complaint. Somebody says maybe she's the CEO. Okay, that's fine. Do you know how many CEOs were taken down through some human resources crap? Really, I think that's the only way you can take down a CEO, other than the company going out of business. All right. Let's making a complaint that negotiating on behalf of the company's interests. Negotiating deals on behalf of the company's interests or simply countering someone's point in a meeting. That's what they describe it as. That's what they describe the attitude, the belligerence that they champion themselves for. They're proud of their ability to do this and have others tolerate it. Hit the like button. Let's see. It affects our job performance. It makes us more likely to play small. It limits our ability to be the best leaders we can be. And it ultimately stifles our contribution to the company where we work. Okay. Okay. Then they shouldn't hire you. They shouldn't hire you if that's the case. If you can't balance, if you can't toe the line between belligerence and defensive or strategic or even assertive, which is not really a real thing. It's just a way for aggressive people to be aggressive and not call themselves aggressive. But if you can't balance that line, if you don't know how to finesse past your ethnic reputation, then you shouldn't be there. Just saying. And also, let's see, to accompany negatively impacting our career trajectories and compensation. Yeah. Okay. All right. It can also severely impact our health. Not having an outlet for release of your anger and other negative emotions is toxic to your body. Oh my God. Oh my God. Not having an outlet? Is that what the company is? Is that what your subordinates are? Are they an outlet to your shit? Fellas, did you know that you were an outlet? How would you feel if your boss or coworkers or both were to say, I need an outlet for my anger for my own damn health? Screw your health. I need an outlet for my anger. Let me read that part again. Let's see. It also severely impacts your health. Not having an outlet for release of your anger or other negative emotions is toxic to your body. These chicks are walking around looking for an outlet to their crap. This is what they're writing each other. I need an outlet for my crap. How many of you press one if you were a kid and your mama behaved in a way that made it clear that you were an outlet to her crap? Or you been in a relationship where she felt it was okay for her to outlet her crap onto you? All right, let's see. Enduring overt racism and microaggression. Microaggressions is not a real thing. It's not a real thing. Now, but let me entertain the concept of microaggression for a second, right? Because what they're doing, what this woman is doing, what this whole article is doing, is trying to justify Black women's aggression. So what they're trying to do is say, how can I be aggressive but not overtly aggressive? How can I be aggressive on a smaller scale? I wish there was a small form of aggression that I can use upon other to outlet my anger. I wish that there was a tiny form of aggression that I could put upon others. I wish that there was a mini type of aggression that I can put upon others. I wish that there was a micro aggression that I can put upon others. Y'all see this? All right, let's see. I wish I could, because I keep losing my place when I do this. Also severely impact your health. Nothing having an outlet. Let's see. Microaggressions such as having your competence questioned. Everybody's competence is questioned. Everybody's competence is questioned until it is answered. And the answer should be, I am competent. Unless that is your overwhelming answer, then yes. Everybody's your competence is questioned from the moment you interview. The moment you interview, your competence becoming a question. That's why they're determining. That's what an interview is. It's a question. Are you competent? It's a long-winded way of saying, are you competent? Not getting promoted or feeling everybody not gets promoted from time to time. If you get promoted over somebody else, then they didn't get promoted. What are they going to scream microaggression? Not getting promoted or feeling invisible can cause mental health conditions such as depression and anxiety, and it has been connected to serious illness such as chronic stress, high rates of heart disease, and high blood pressure in African Americans. Oh, that's what it is. It's the microaggressions. It's the microaggressions that is causing all of these health issues. It's not the McDonald's number 7. It is not double frying your chicken. It is not recycling your Crisco oil. It's this. It's the microaggression. It's the white people at work that's causing this. Mindfulness and breathwork can help. Now, this is where she advertises her own crap. This is why I'm so committed to working with corporations and organizations to bring these practices to BIPOC employees. The simple act of breathing calms our nervous system when we feel like we are being attacked. Having the tools to transcend these feelings may not only save your job, it may also save your life. May. She puts the word may in there so you don't have to substantiate it or prove it in any way. But okay, just to let y'all know what she is. She's that chick. She's that chick. Those of you who work indoors in any way, and even those of you who work outdoors, I'm sure that they have that. Even those who work with their hands, I'm pretty sure they have something like this. This is that chick. She is a workshop chick. Y'all ever have like have you ever been in the middle of a project, something important, something that you really have to get done, but then you go in and some chick has something to say and it's stupid. It's a stupid waste of company time. Like they tell you how to sit right. They tell you the proper way to fold a folder or some useless crap. They get paid to do this crap. And they always give it some fancy name. This is ergonomics. And every 45 minutes you need to stretch because stretching is important. And this is how you sit at your keyboard. And this is the proper mouse wrist support and crap like that. And oh, by the way, if you are in the blue category, that means you are a nice person. If you're in the green category, that means you are driven by money. If you're in the yellow category, that means that you are artistic. You ever have those crappy meetings? It's stupid. is stupid. And they go from company to company attempting to make a living. Now, keep in mind, these are not regular people. These are housewives. These are housewives that are doing this. These are housewives, and the first company that they did this crap at is their husband's company. And then they use all of his connections to go from person to person trying to instill this crap. And that's why we have to sit through these crappy meetings that don't make any sense. It's a waste of time. Emotional intelligence is not a real thing. It's some new made up crap. Just like this breathwork stuff. It's crap. She's trying to sell some more crap to people. But she's going to call it black crap so people will feel guilty for not buying the crap. And now she got on Essence magazine so she can pitch the company. Oh, by the way, the reason why she has to pitch herself to companies is because she's not married. See, the housewives, they do it through their husbands. This chick, not being connected that way, she's out trying to pitch the crap herself. So she's going from company to company, say, hey, check this out on Essence magazine. I can teach your employees how to breathe so they can be productive employees and they can give you more money. That is crap. What, you think that the stock price is going to go up because you gave this spiel? Nope. Not a quarter. Not a quarter of a point. Nope. In fact, it probably go down because of the loss of productivity that you gained from putting crap like this out there. Okay, this is why I'm so committed to working with corporations, organizations, to bring practices to employees. No, you're doing it for money. The simple act of breathing calms your nervous system. Well, yeah, it calms it more than not breathing. You want to know how uncalm a nervous system of somebody who don't breathe is? When we feel like we are being attacked, having a tool to transcend these feelings may not only save your job, it may, oh, I already read that part. Okay, so Black women, when you feel yourself getting angry, remember to breathe as an acronym, a period between every one. Here's my framework to support you through the process. Okay. B, be angry. It's okay to be angry. So go ahead and feel the feels. As a human being, you are allowed to experience this emotion. So take a moment and acknowledge that you are angry without judging yourself for it. Okay. I mean, so far, so good. As long as you're keeping it to yourself, that's fine. So go off how you're supposed to feel. Then say it doesn't mean you have to go off. This is true. Keep it to yourself. We don't want to hear that crap. Every time you're upset. Know that you still get to decide how and when you want to release that anger in a space that feels safe, comfortable, and most supportive to you. Okay, fair enough. Pick and choose when you pop off. But know that if you choose wrongly, people are going to respond to that. Okay, R. Release the anger with your breath. Oh God. Damn it. I would turn off I would turn it off, but then I missed the cash apps. All right, I'll just turn it down. All right, anyway. Let's see. There's a breathing technique I use for anger called breath of fire. Oh crap! Sounds like your breath stink. Okay, which I share more about in my upcoming book, Black People Breathe. Oh God, she is trying to promote the hell out of herself. You have a book telling people to breathe? What were they doing? What were they doing when they bought the book? I told you it's more crap. In addition to releasing anger, this technique releases toxins and chemicals from the cells in your body. Boosting your immune system delivers more oxygen to your brain, which improves your ability to focus and much more. Okay, so according to her, we're not breathing good and we have low brain oxygen. All right, this could be exercise. Okay, and then E, elevate your heart rate. This could be exercise and running in place, dancing around your favorite song to your favorite song, or other ways of moving your body that feels good to you. This burst of energy not only gets your body moving, but it also prevents the negative emotions from festering within. All right, stop right there for a second. You're telling these chicks to randomly dance? So in that fake scenario you gave where they were throwing the papers and pens and stuff, she should have just started dancing. Assess and act. Once you have released the anger with your breath work and elevated your heart rate, you're more you're more likely to have a clear mind so you can assess the situation apart from your emotions. As objectively as possible, consider what course of actions you think would be best to address the situation. This allows you to consider your options and make decisions from a calm and centered place rather than a triggered place. All right. I'm trying to picture this working. Somebody say more twerking. I'm trying to picture this working, and this is how I picture it working. Oh crap! Let me get to this. Pablo Frescobar, thanks a lot. It says, oh no, it doesn't say anything. But thanks a lot, Pablo. All right, I'm trying to picture in my mind how does this work. So basically, somebody says something that angers you, and then what you do is a dragon breath. Oh, you dance a little jig, and then you assess the situation. That's perfectly normal. T, treat yourself. Do something fun that brings you joy. Let this be something you might not regularly do for yourself, so it feels like a special treat. This could be a spa day, planning a weekend trip with your girls, treating yourself to dinner, going to a concert and to see your favorite artist. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it should feel special to you. Wow. Notice how these things are all to a certain type of woman. What type of woman is that? That is a single woman. Like she didn't say, I don't know, play in the park with your kids, do this with your kids, treat your kids to some ice cream when you normally don't do that, or treat your husband, you and your husband go out, no, this is all about girls' weekends and stuff like that. She's going to naturally assume, because stereotyping is wrong, right? But she's going to naturally assume that you're single and these things are treats to you. Being a decent wife and mother and the subsequent side effects of that is not a treat. But, heal. Do things that are soothing and nurturing for you. A bubble bath, a nature walk, journaling, meditation, or simply turning off your alarm and allowing yourself to sleep in for once. Why are you assuming that they don't sleep in every damn day? Yoga is another powerful tool for your healing, especially yoga. What's that? Nitra, which is a practice of deep relaxation. Okay. And restorative. All right, ladies, listen. And this goes to the ladies, especially the fat ladies. Yoga is not exercise. I repeat, yoga is not exercise. One more time, yoga is not exercise. Yoga is the stretching you do for actual before you actually exercise. It's another form of crap. All right, let's see. Healing offers you time and space to reflect and go inward. Okay. And last, the E in breathe is enjoy. In the moments when you are finally feeling good, oh, okay. Why is there an assumption of feeling bad? Okay. Make sure you really take time to enjoy them. Savor every moment, cherish it. You might even look in the mirror and say, I feel great today. Allow yourself to really feel what it feels to feel good so you can always get back to your place. You deserve it. All right. And that's the end of that article. So I accidentally clicked something. And what is this? It says Tiger Woods' kids are all grown up at his Golf Hall of Fame introduction ceremony. All right, I was gonna go, but uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna just go. I was looking at his kids, hoping to find some type of weirdness, but nah, seems pretty normal. So yeah, but what do I want to say? Yeah, that's it. That's breathing in a nutshell. It's basically, look, I want to sell you this life. I stereotype you as an angry black woman, and I'm going to say that you're justified in that anger. However, I want to profit from that anger, is essentially what they want you to do. And she wants companies to buy workshops on this. She's going to say, I'm an author, because just like we have a lot of authors in this space, I'm an author, therefore it gives me credence. I was published in Ebony magazine or in Essence magazine. That gives me credence, etc., etc., etc. I'm a PhD and I know about breathing. You should learn to breathe from me because I am a PhD. It's just more garbage. Had to share that with y'all. All right. So again, like to thank the Cash Apps and Super Chats, managers and moderators, those who are listening silently and those participating in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. And remember, this Game Changer 00100, game over.